Alright, this clip I did this about 6 years ago on my old YouTube channel. But now I'll do this right here on my new channel. This one, May 1st, 1998 NBA playoffs between the Heat versus the Knicks on TNT.
The lady looks on an 8-point game, and sometimes the New York Knicks redefine sloppy. I mean, this is about unbelievable. A no-look, over-your-head pass, a falling out of bounds pass, and a layup. It was so bad, it was good. Jim Hardaway, the last 5 points, was held scoreless for 17 minutes. He's uncanny. He is one of those uncanny ball players. You just know he's going to make the shot. Watch him create space. Crossover, gives him room, bang. 50 seconds to go. Giles picks up Hardaway. Alonzo Mourning sets the pick. Duncan gets back. Leonard looks inside for Alonzo Mourning. Foul on Dudley. Oh, and I think Alonzo Mourning came down on Dudley's foot. I don't know if it was a knee or a twisted ankle, but I know it hurts. Let's take a look, Bert. Oh, that's a knee. Dudley's fifth foul. Oakley back on the floor. Dudley.
Here's Pat Riley.
You know what? A lot of suit and ties. This is a blue-collar city. Alonzo Mourning, 5 of 9 at the free throw line tonight. Shoots 2. Portland, Los Angeles getting ready to tip out in Portland. We'll take you there as quickly as we can. That's the second game of our doubleheader on TNT. Mourning shoots one more. Timeout, New York. 36.8 left in regulation. Heat won game 1, lost game 2 at home. They came up here and regained home court advantage while winning here Tuesday night, 91-85. And Alonzo Mourning back on the line, shooting 1. He and Hardaway, the story offensively for Miami in the fourth period. You see the rest of the team, 2 points. That was Eric Murdoch. How about Deshaun Leonard? 28 points in game 3, 2 points tonight. Now, the reason Mourning and Hardaway are having big games is because the Knicks have decided, you two beat us. We're not going to let everyone else get involved in the act. And so far, it has worked for the Knicks. One more for Mourning. Made them both. The lead is 36.8 to go. Now, Jim Big got to call that timeout to make sure his team got into a play. Under 30. Allen Houston pops out, guarded by Deshaun Leonard. They'll run an isolation. 10 on the shot clock. Hardaway comes to help. Giles will penetrate. Dishes to Johnson. Foul. Offensive board and is fouled. Larry Johnson, second shot. He has turned in to Moses Malone tonight. Misses his own shot and he gets it back. That's the 4th time tonight that Larry Johnson has gotten the offensive rebound off his own shot. Moses Malone's clapping somewhere right now. Tonight he's got half of it. He shoots.
Larry Grandmama Johnson. Here's the legendary Patrick Ewing.
Deshaun Leonard sneaks back down the floor. John starts. Kevin Oakley, you come back down here near the line. I'll get Deshaun Leonard. And Oakley's looking at Starks like, relax, my man. Call him Stark and Big. Yes. 5-point game. Watch Tim Hardaway. Hardaway, no. Rebound, New York.
Yep, here we go. Showtime. can't play Jeff Van Gundy.
I don't know if it was overtime. I couldn't see. I saw Johnson on a few punches. I think it was Larry Johnson. Pat Riley has meant so much, as have his teammates. Alonzo Mourning, the last half of the season. I thought it was Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning, and it's just awful. This has been a great series. Marred once again. I did see Larry Johnson throw punches. They may have been retaliatory. We'll get to the replays and see. Oh, it was both of them. It was both guys. Mourning and Johnson. Yep. Yeah, it was Johnson and Mourning all the way. And that's old blood. That's old blood from Charlotte. And you hate to see it because Alonzo Mourning has been just great with his temper in the second half of the season. There was the first punch. Neither one of them connected. No, but it's just off. But it's Justin. Well, for the second year in a row. Watch again. Alonzo Mourning throws the first punch. There's one right there. That's what got him going. And then the push back. And then there's the punch. Fortunately for these guys, they are both awful fighters. Not needed. Van Gundy was out quickly. And interesting. Last year it happened in Game 5 in Miami. Tonight it happens in Game 4 in New York. Look at Van Gundy. Saw it and sprinted off the bench. And immediately tried to pull Alonzo Mourning away from Larry Johnson. Well, that's the old rule. You always grab the opposing player and not your own. But way to ruin a good game. Teammates, though not close teammates, in Charlotte. Look at Van Gundy down at the bottom of the screen. That's his fault. Van Gundy just holding on. This one is in the books. I look at you, Collins, you Evans, and it just said ridiculous. It said ridiculous. And here's a small paradox of the night. There will be a Game 5. It will be played in Miami. You can watch it on NBC. The New York Knicks tie the series at 2. But the
98-85
game
victory for
will
the
be
Knicks.
forever remembered by the fracas at the end involving Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. Let's check in with Craig Sager.
Well, John, such an emotional day for you, starting out in Tulsa with your mother and your grandmother, coming here, hard fought, 17 points off the bench, and the incident at the end. How can you sum up what just happened?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give thanks to God for, carrying me down there and let me see my mother and my grandmother. I just needed to see the smile on their face. And that game was for both of
Larry Johnson, Lonzo Boy. I don't know what the hell y'all thinking. Y'all used to be teammates with the Hornets and now opponents, and you want to throw punches. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. I'll be back to see if I can post more videos. If not, I'll be back tomorrow recapping tonight's game, Game 6 of this best of 7 quarterfinals, with the LA Lakers taking on the Houston Rockets right here in H Town at the crib.